Hello friends, welcome to the second part of the introduction series. Have you ever had a feeling when you want to believe something but you can't? This is exactly what is going to happen if you watch this episode carefully and try to understand what it means. At this point, one of two things will happen. Either you find what we are going to show you very interesting and move to our third episode, or you find the whole thing too absurd to believe and dump it. Let's see how this pans out, shall we? Without wasting any more time, let's introduce you to a very famous experiment called the double slit experiment. Think of a machine which throws a particle, like a pebble, and we place an obstacle with two narrow slits in front of it. We put a screen behind the slits such that when the particles hit the screen, they create spots. If we shoot the particles, our common sense tells us that some of them will pass through the slits and hit the screen behind, and there will be two clear bands on the screen. Easy. Now let's think of a wave like the one created by dropping a pebble in a pond. If you put a single slit in front of it, it will create a single bright spot where the crest hits the screen. Now make it two slits. It is no longer two bands like particles. It creates a pattern of several bands. Why? From each of the slits, a new wavefront of same wavelength comes out. When the crest meets crest, the wave intensifies and creates a brighter spot, and when crest meets trough, they cancel out and does not create any spot. Hence, we see a pattern of alternating bright spots and dark spots like this on the screen. This is called an interference pattern. Now, this is very important. In double slit experiment, two bands means particles are passing through, and interference pattern means waves. Now let's go quantum. This time the scientists had an electron gun which fires electrons in place of pebbles, and they placed a single slit on an opaque board in front of it with a fluorescent screen behind the board. Any electron falling on the screen will create a tiny mark. Now they fired the gun, showering the arrangement with electrons. Just as you thought, they got a single band on the screen where the electrons hit. Now they opened another slit on the board, and voila! There is an interference pattern on the screen just like waves. But how can that be? The electrons, which were like particles, were apparently passing through the slit one at a time and was falling on the screen behind just like particles. The individual spots clearly show where they landed. However, when many electrons were fired, they formed an interference pattern as if they were waves. But the electrons left the gun as particles and landed on the screen as particles. The scientists decided to find out what happened in between. For that, they needed to know which slit an individual electron was passing through. So, they put a detector beside one of the slits. Scientists could now determine the passage of electrons through the slits with great accuracy. They started shooting the electrons again. The dots began to form on the screen behind. They waited with bated breath. After a while, the screen looked like this. Two bands. Particles. These same electrons just a while ago were behaving like waves. What changed? The scientists tried to measure the passage of electrons by putting the detectors in various places. But each time they tried to measure them, the electrons behaved like particles. But when the passage of electrons was not measured, they behaved like waves. Then it hit the scientists. The very act of measurement changed the nature of the electrons from waves to localized particles. These waves are called possibility waves. The implication of this experiment was mind-boggling. When not measured, things remain as possibility waves. Only when we observe them, they become actuality. Let's expand this statement a little more. The universe remains as a possibility wave unless someone observes it. That's right. Everything around you that you know as real, localized objects are waves of possibility. The act of observation brings these possibilities into actuality. You are the creator of your reality. Hard to digest? In a laboratory setting, scientists have proved large molecules exhibit the same behavior as electrons. In recent years, physicists have scaled up their experiments, demonstrating quantum superpositions using larger and larger particles. Now, in a paper published September 23, 2019 in the journal Nature Physics, an international team of researchers have caused molecules made up of to 2000 atoms, millions of times larger than an electron, to exhibit wave property. Do a little research online and you will know better. And if you thought only something as tiny as an electron or a subatomic particle has this property, think again. Every object you know is quantum. We have just started. More interesting stuff is coming up in the next episode.